Hi everyone and welcome to another guidance session. Today we will be talking about Go Get It, an information session that looks at goal setting and test taking strategies. So our first activity would be breaking the ice, and we will be playing a game of what if. Think of your answers to the following questions. Number 1. If I had the chance to get any wish, what would it be? Think about it. What would your wish be? Next question. If I won the lottery, what would I do with it? If you had a chance to win the lottery, what would you do with it? If I had a superpower, how would I use it? And our last question. If I could help anyone with anything, how would I help? These are questions for the what if game. So we will be looking at goal setting, and it's a very important topic as we study. So I want you to think about one thing that you are good at, and also think about what you would like to improve or one thing that you would like to have. Now, we see that ideas can turn into action, but it turns into action from idea to plan to goal. To make the dream or wish a reality or to achieve a goal, there must be planning. Planning is so important, boys and girls. So, what is a goal? A goal is something you plan for. It requires action and hard work. There is a result that affects you at the end, and it's something that you want. As we said, you plan for it, but most importantly, you have to commit to a goal. Now, here's the formula. A goal is a dream that has an action plan and there is a deadline. It starts off with a dream, but you must take action and set a deadline. No wonder it is said that a dream is just a dream. A goal is a dream with a plan and a deadline. So, goal setting basically is turning wanting something into finding a way to get there. It is possible. Now, there are different types of goals. There are short term goals that can be achieved in a short period of time, like days, weeks, and months, and it's something that you want to accomplish soon. Whereas a long term goal can be achieved in a longer period of time and is something that you want to accomplish in your future. So, we have some goals. Going to university is an idea of a long-term goal. Becoming a teacher, a long-term goal. We're going to take some years to achieve that. Baking a cake, short-term goal. Buying a car, a long-term goal for a student. Cleaning your room, definitely short-term goal. And we have making a sandwich, a short-term goal. Now, there are different types of goals, and we look at personal versus academic goals. A personal goal is a goal that is related to your personal life, whereas an academic goal it's related to your school and your learning. So, learning to play the guitar is a personal goal. Visiting your favorite country, personal goal. Passing for your first choice is definitely an academic goal. Trying to think more positive thoughts, personal goal. Learning your 12 times tables by April. I hope you guessed it, academic goal. And learning your Spanish numbers. Can you guess what that is? It's an academic goal. Now, there are some great benefits to goal setting. It boosts your confidence, you learn to manage yourself, and you can focus. It helps you organize your time and your resources, and you can measure your progress. You can achieve your highest. You can provide clear paths to success, and it gives you a long-term vision and short-term motivation. So how do we make goals? Well, first we set your goals. Boys and girls, you plan it and you write it down on paper. Next, prioritize. Know what comes first and identify that. And make sure you prioritize your time. Things that you have to do rather than things that you want or you like to do. Balance is very important. So you have to find a way to balance everything. And you can do that by having a schedule and make sure you take time to relax. Think, have a growth mindset. Think positive thoughts and have a positive attitude. Don't give up even when things are difficult. So instead of thinking I'm bad at this, an example might be, what can I do to learn or to get better? Or it's so hard. Another thought could be, all I need is to practice, to improve. I don't think I ever can. You can change that. I am confident I will. Have a growth mindset. You can believe in yourself. Next, think. Use your imagination and visualize. Think about it as a setback rather than a failure. And make sure that you are not afraid to make mistakes. Look for areas that you may want to improve as well. Talk. Make sure that you celebrate your successes and tell others about it as much as you can. Our next step is to be smart. All your goals should be specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, or timely. This means that when we talk about be specific, what are you going to do? What do you want to accomplish? Why is it important and how are you going to do it? A good example may be, I will walk for 30 minutes every day. It must be measurable. How much do I have to do and how many times do I have to do it? If we don't measure it, then we can't manage it. So we have to put some way that we can manage our goal. It must be achievable. Now, goals don't have to be very, very easy. Sometimes it could be a little uncomfortable and it may make you want to commit. But when you have a good challenge, it helps you to move on to bigger challenges and more satisfying accomplishments. Be realistic, meaning be honest with yourself. Know what you're capable of. Make sure that it is something important to you so that you can stick with it. And lastly, make sure that there is a deadline. It must be time bound. When are you going to achieve this? So, remember, it's important to take steps to accomplish your SMART goals. So, this is an example of a regular goal. Cameron's goal is to get better grades in class. How can we make this a SMART goal? Well, it's simple. Cameron's goal is to improve his time test in math by 5 points by the end of 6 weeks. Did you see how specific it is? That there is a time attached. It is attainable. He didn't say 20 points, he said 5 points. And it's something that is attainable. He can do it once he tries. So make sure that your goals are specific, that they can be measured, use numbers. Achievable, it must make sense, and it must be realistic. And make sure that you have a pickup time to complete your goals. So remember, when you are setting goals, you should be able to see your end vision clearly. Be sure that it drives you forward. Goal setting gives you laser vision and it helps you to live your best life. I hope you remember to set the SMART goals today. We will be continuing looking at test-taking strategies. Now, I want you to practice simple balloon breathing where you close your eyes, imagine you're blowing up a balloon, take a long breath through your nose filling and fill up those lungs, hold it for 2 seconds and then release slowly through your mouth. Practice balloon breathing to stay relaxed. So what are test-taking strategies? Basically, they are strategies that can help you while you are in a test, before and during, to improve your performance. When you practice good taking strategies, you can get better results, you are more confident, you avoid silly mistakes, you are much better prepared, and you make the most of your time. You can manage your anxiety about test taking. So, do you have any test taking strategies that you use? Let me share some at this time. First one would be to have a proper meal. Always eat before an exam. Make sure that you study in advance. Very important. Have your tools and your materials. When you are studying before, focus on the weak areas rather than the ones that are nice and simple for you. Practice relaxation techniques and time yourself when you are doing your practice tests. Now, during a test, you can be time wise. Start on time and early. Always be there early and manage your time. Try to have a clock to ensure that you're following the time wisely, using it wisely rather. Also, leave the hard questions for last. If you feel stuck, don't stay all your time there. Go to an easier question. Next, you can be eye wise. We mean that you reread all the questions before attempting to answer. And after you finish, make sure, boys and girls, that you always carefully check over. Be ear-wise. That means you must listen carefully and follow directions. You're not listening to people who will distract. Make sure that you listen to your teacher and follow what was said. Be hand-wise. Being hand-wise means that you can highlight and underline keywords. You can circle what the question is asking for. You can eliminate the wrong answers. Like, I know for sure that's not the answer. You can eliminate it. You can plug in different answers to see what makes sense. And you can erase and fix your answers when you are checking your work. You can be mind-wise. Being mind-wise means try to remember what your teacher said. Think about the answer before you read all the choices. And also think positively. Be body-wise. Make sure that you can relax. I practice the balloon breathing, but you have to stay focused on your work. You can be looking here, there, and everywhere. And make sure that you are quiet while you're doing your test and have a proper posture, no slouching. Make sure that you sit properly during your exam or your test. Never give up and always do your best while doing that test. So, as we end our session, I want you to remember that with a positive mindset, smart goals, and proper strategies, boys and girls, you can achieve anything. Go get it. Don't forget to complete our online evaluation of this session to see how much you remember. If you need a guidance officer, feel free to send me an email at missorr.guidanceofficer@gmail.com. Bye-bye.